Let's be honest, consistency is key, especially when crafting digital goddesses, rugged heroes, or embracing our natural existence in all its glory. Today I'll share with you the secrets of crafting digital mastery with unwavering consistency. We're talking AI influencers with undeniable star power, video game heroes ready for battle, comic book titans who don't change eye color mid-panel, and even anthropomorphic characters that you're definitely not thinking about right now. And the scenario that you probably are thinking about, how your consistent character creation can go full Monty. Stick with me, friends, as I show you how the revolutionary Dzine AI platform makes all of this possible. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm anticipating your burning questions. Number 1, Adrian, cut the charm. How do I actually make my AI characters look the same every single time? Number 2, is this platform user-friendly, or will I need a degree in advanced theoretical prompting and a vial of unicorn tears to make it work? And number 3, does Adrian ever have a bad hair day, or is that level of consistency also AI generated? Friends, I'll address the first two with surgical precision. As for the third, some mysteries are best left unsolved. Let's get started. You'll find a link to Dzine AI in the description below. Yes, it happens to be an affiliate link. Using it costs you nothing extra. Consider it patronage of your AI Renaissance journey. I appreciate your support. Face match versus consistent character. My last video on Dzine AI covered the face match feature, which can be found in the text-to-image area. This feature can easily be confused with the consistent character feature, which is located in the character area. So let's break down the differences. The face match feature provides consistency for faces only. It works on a single uploaded image, there's no training required, and it's accessible on all plans, including the free plan. The consistent character feature, on the other hand, maintains consistency not just for face, but also for the body. To use the consistent character feature, you can upload from 1 to 30 images. The training process takes about 30 minutes and requires the creator plan. Okay, once you're logged in, we're going to click on New Project. At this point, you can give your project a name and you can set a size for your canvas, or you can just cancel to leave the project as untitled and the default aspect ratio of 1:1. Today we'll be focusing on consistent character, which can be found right here where it says character. I'm going to click there and you'll see that we have options to build our character, manage our characters, generate images with our character, insert the character into images, and build character sheets. Evaluating tools of this caliber requires my patented focus review system, which stands for features, output, cost, usability, and speed. Does Dzine AI adequately provide us with the tools we need to create truly consistent characters? Let me give you a little more insight into the functionality behind each of these features. When it comes to the creation of our character, you may be thinking, well, of course, I would start at the top with building my character. But maybe you don't want to start there. I'll explain that in just a moment. But to give you more context, I'm going to go ahead and click there. And you can see that we can start with a description, so basically a text-to-image type of prompt. Or if you already have images of the character that you'd like to create, you can click here to start with images. If you already have images of the character you'd like to create, then I would go for this option. If you do not, I would close this box and I would go to Character Sheet from Prompt. When I click there, I receive this panel where I can choose a model, and if you saw my last video, or if you've explored this area already, you'll know there are a ton of styles to choose from. If you haven't seen my last video, I really encourage you to go back and watch that for some tips and advice on choosing a style. In general, the newest and most versatile styles are usually at the top. You'll actually find that something versatile like the Design General style can be used to create not only realistic images, but also a variety of different styles based on your prompt description. I'm going to go ahead and click to choose Design General. And I'm just going to browse through these options very quickly, and then I'll dive deep and show you how to create some amazing images. Our prompt box, we have our aspect ratio just below that. We have our generation modes, fast, normal, and high quality. And then we have the advanced area, which allows us to enter a seed number. This is useful if you'd like to produce a new creation, like one of your previous creations. I'm going to click the back arrow, and then you'll see that we have an option to manage our characters. Dzine AI provides us with some default characters that we can play with. When we're ready to create images with our character, we can click here, generate images with our character, and then we would choose one of our characters and then fill in the prompt. There's a new option to control the camera where we can choose the camera direction, front, back, left, right, or the camera shot, auto, close-up, upper body, full body, and wide shot. Both camera direction and camera shot default to auto. You can specify camera direction and the shot type here or actually in your prompt. And then we have our option to create character sheets. For character consistency features, I'm giving Dzine AI 5 stars. Output. Does Dzine AI deliver visuals that are not only consistent, but also Instagram worthy? Friends, let's create some characters. I'm going to click on Character Sheet. I'm going to use Design General as the style/model. I have a prompt in my clipboard, which I've prepared with help from ChatGPT. When it comes to prompts, I like to leverage something like ChatGPT to expand my prompt into different areas: the focal subject, the overall setting, the camera angle and composition, the unique details, and the style and mood. I'll include the prompt that I use in ChatGPT in the notes below, so you can easily expand your prompts into a more detailed prompt like this as well. For this character, we're creating a muscular anthropomorphic rock star dog. And since this is going to be a character sheet, for the overall setting, I like to specify a seamless, solid green screen backdrop. Since our only goal at this point is to create different images of the same character, we don't actually care about the background, and since green screens are commonly used when you want to drop out a background, I think it would just make it easier on Dzine AI to go ahead and have this character sheet created on a green screen background. All of my prompts are going to be detailed like this, and I'll scroll through slowly so you can check them out. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you'd like to read the full prompt. We have our unique details, and we have our style and mood. And when it comes to generation mode, from my experience, normal seems to provide very good quality. I'm going to go ahead and click generate. And we have our muscular anthropomorphic rock star dog. And I'm very happy with the results. There's a lot of great detail here. And we have our character in different poses, front, back, and to the side, a little bit of an angle. And overall, I think the character looks really great. And it's definitely the look that I was going for. On the right side of our screen, we have 2 tabs. We have results and layers. I'm currently on the layers tab. You'll always have a background layer. And on top of that, I have just one other layer, which is our rockstar dog. But what I want to bring your attention to is the results tab. Go ahead and click results if you're following along with me. And you'll see that we have the details for our creation. We have our prompt. We have the style/model that was used. We have the generation mode of normal. We have our aspect ratio. Below that information, you can see that creating the character sheet actually supplied us with 2 different images. This one and this one, which is the one that I actually prefer. Below those 2 images, we have a variety of options. I'd like to bring your attention to the second option, where we can build our character. And since we have 2 different characters that were created, we can choose to build character number 1 on the left side, or character number 2, which is on the right side, which is the one that I currently have in the middle of our screen. I'm going to go ahead and click the number 2 right here on the build character line so we can start to create this character. This gives us a prompt to name our character, and then you can see down here that your character sheet will be automatically split during the training, because the training really needs each of the character poses as a different image. But Dzine AI will take care of that for you. I'll give a name of Grunge Dog, and I can go ahead and click right here to start the training. Okay, I have a second prompt prepared. I'm going to paste that in. This time, we're going to create a cool anthropomorphic cat, standing upright, adorned in cutting-edge haute couture hip-hop attire, including shades, stylish hat, designer shirt, trendy jacket. For the setting, the green screen backdrop, our camera angle, I'm saying 3 full body shots. What I've discovered when creating these character sheets, they often come out with 3 different body shots, as we just saw with our rockstar dog. However, not always. I would sometimes receive the character in just 1 pose. So I would recommend that you add specifically that you want 3 different shots, or maybe even more. But I think 3 is fine. This seems to work really well with all the experimenting that I've done. Unique details. style and mood, and let's generate. And I'm very happy with the results of our hip anthropomorphic cat. Okay, now we're going to create an AI influencer or a social media influencer. I'm pasting in my prompt, a very happy, flirty, gorgeous female supermodel. I have my green screen background as my setting for the camera angle and composition with excellent studio lighting. And then I have some unique details saying what she's actually wearing and style and mood. I'm sticking with the 16:9 aspect ratio and normal mode, and let's generate. Okay, we have our generation. We can go over to the results tab to view our generations. Information is visible under this information icon. Clicking there opens up this section, the details for your creation. And here are the two characters that were created. We have this one, and then we have this one. I'm going to go ahead and build a character from this one. So I'll go down to build character and click. Now we're going to create a female medieval warrior. I'm pasting in my prompt, and I'll scroll through gradually so you can pause if you'd like to see the details of the prompt. And I'll click generate. We have our creation, and this is a great example of what I was referring to earlier, where sometimes you just get a single pose. Even though I specified that I wanted 3 full shots in the prompt description, this is what I got for one of our characters. However, we also received this gorgeous character where we have all 3 of our poses. So I'll go ahead and build my character based off of this one. And let's create a powerful superhero woman type of character. And I'll generate. And we have our creation. And again, one of them, only a single image. However, we have this one that turned out very nicely with 3 different images. I'll go ahead and build my character based on this. Okay, and perhaps the moment you've been waiting for. I have to admit, I was a little surprised Dzine AI would provide this, but it does. So here you go. I have a prompt created for what I'm calling Nature Girl. And here's the key. Describe the body that you would like your character to have, and do not describe any clothing. And I think you'll find that it's just that easy, and you will get your own version of what I'm calling Nature Girl. Let me go ahead and demonstrate. I'll click generate, and we have our creations. What did I tell you? We have our 3 poses, and here's our other character that was created. They look pretty similar, just slightly different. I think I like version 1 of our Nature Girl a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and build our character based off of this image. Okay, now that we have our characters created, we can click this back arrow to go back to this area, and we can generate images with our character. Go ahead and click there, and then you'll choose your character. I'm going to go down and start with our grunge dog. And after we choose the character that we'd like to use, we'll see the name of our character up above, and then we'll see this description of our character. The beginning and the end of this description are very important. And what I'm referring to is right here, grunge dog, comma, we need to make sure that stays there. And then in the end, we have this comma in realistic style. That needs to stay there. However, the information in the middle, we can play with. For optimal results, I would recommend leaving the basic description of the character, such as that. However, this information and what the character is wearing, feel free to play with that quite a bit. And then you should still maintain a consistent character, but just with different clothing. I have a prompt prepared, which I will paste into this area down here. Please note that Dzine AI will go ahead and put in the name of the character right here. When you create your prompt, you want to make sure that you're including the name of the character. I'll go ahead and select this because the prompt that I'm going to paste in already includes the character's name. I'll paste this in, and I'll scroll up, and you'll see that I have focal subject, grunge dog, playing electric guitar and singing passionately into a microphone. Now, please note, you do not need these prefixes of focal subject or overall setting. This is just how I like to create prompts. Feel free to just omit that. As a matter of fact, you could use a very short prompt if you'd like. However, if you've watched my previous videos, you'll see that I find that I get better results when I expand my prompt and I have a framework that I've created that seems to work very well with every image generator that I have worked with. Dzine AI recently added the ability to control our camera. I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. First of all, I want to show you how we can create some images without using this feature, and then I'll show you some examples using the camera control so you can see the difference. And I'll click generate. And we have a fantastic image of Grunge Dog on a stage playing an electric guitar and singing passionately into the microphone. And here's an image of Grunge Dog riding his motorcycle. I did ask that he be wearing sunglasses. It didn't pick up on that part, but besides that, the rest of the prompt it did a great job on. And here I have Grunge Dog leaning on a vintage Cadillac in mint condition. Here's a great one. I used our Hip Cat character to create this image of him at a party, smoking a cigar and relaxing. Love it. And of course, Hip Cat, he raps, in case you couldn't tell from his outfit and his style. And finally, Hip Cat gets a vacation. Here he is relaxing by the water with a glass of champagne, and another shot of Hip Cat relaxing. This time he's on a yacht with another yacht anchored in the background. And I used our superhero character to create this image, leaving trails of light as she races to a collapsing bridge to save civilians trapped on it. And my goal for this image was to depict an alien invasion. Now, there's something very interesting and weird that you may have already noticed from this image. These different people in the background are wearing different parts of our superhero's costume. I noticed every once in a while this would happen. Sometimes with AI, when you rerun with the same prompt and the same settings, you get a better image. And I think this image looks great. Very cinematic, very action-packed, and from what I can see, none of the background characters are wearing our superhero's clothes. And for this scenario, I asked that our superhero is startled as she faces a massive, frightening, and fierce alien creature in space, surrounded by swirling galaxies and stardust. And here I have our gorgeous medieval warrior woman wielding a sword with her hair blowing in the wind and a crumbling medieval castle burning in the background. And here's our warrior woman in a frozen tundra, an action shot in the frozen tundra. And the character you've been waiting for, Nature Girl. Here she is walking on a beach, sunbathing next to an infinity pool overlooking the ocean. Now there's a secret that your boy Adrian's going to tell you about to get these types of images to work. When you're creating your character sheet, you can pretty much state how you want your character's body to appear. Don't specify clothing, and you will get a nature girl type of image. After you generate your character and you want to place that character into different images, at that point you should not specify anything that may get filtered. And you don't need to because you have your consistent character that you're going to use. To summarize, the character sheet prompt seems to be unrestricted. The character placement prompt in which you use your character does seem to be restricted for certain words. If you have any confusion, feel free to reach out in the comments and I'll help you out. And here we have our nature girl looking out from a mansion that is overlooking the ocean and admiring a beautiful waterfall. Okay, now would be a great time to check out the Insert Character feature. Simply click there, Insert Character. You can use the lasso or the brush to show where you would like the character placed. I'm going to click lasso, and I'm going to draw an area where I want my new character to be. And then I'll specify my character. I'm going to add Grunge Dog. And I can specify down here what I would like my character to be doing. Make sure you remember to include the character's full name. In this example, it will be Grunge Dog. However, you can also just click Generate. And I'll click Generate. And I have Grunge Dog in the picture. And you can see that Dzine AI does a great job of matching the lighting for the particular situation. And if you want to insert a character into a picture but you feel like you don't have enough room, you can go over to AI Editor on the left side. Click that, and we can click on the generative expand, and we can specify that we want this a little taller and a little wider, and then we can click generate to use AI to fill in that extra space. So we now have more space, And we can add a character into this area over here, or anywhere we would like, really. We can use our insert character feature to add a character over here and generate. And adding Nature Girl to the picture gives us this result. And I think Hipcat and Grunge Dog should hang out. They might have something in common. So let's put them in the same picture. And generate. All right, fantastic. Face, build, style across different scenarios with remarkable consistency. 5 stars for output. I'm curious, what digital personas are bubbling in your creative cauldron? Share your aspirations in the comments below. Cost. Does this digital Dreamweaver demand a king's ransom? Most of the styles provide 2 quality modes, normal for 4 credits and HQ for high quality for 8 credits. Some styles provide a 3rd quality mode of fast, which is only 2 credits. The free plan gives you 32 credits each day. The beginner plan is $8.99 and gives you 900 credits per month. The creator plan is $19.99 and gives you 3,000 credits per month. And the master plan is $59.99 and gives you unlimited credits. Sign up for an annual plan and get a 22% discount. And if you happen to be a student or a teacher, you can get a 70% discount. Besides the differences in credits, the different plans also provide additional functionality. Dzine will use that standard pricing when you're creating character sheets or creating images with your character, pretty much most scenarios. However, training your consistent character requires the creator plan, and it costs 30 credits. And the insert character feature costs 8 credits. If you want to dip your toes into this area of character consistency, and you mainly just need a consistent face, then you can always opt for the face match feature, which is accessible from the free plan. Make sure you check out my last video to learn all about the power of the face match feature. With these pricing options, especially with that discount, that's competitive. 5 stars for cost. Usability. Is the interface a sleek, intuitive command center or a baffling labyrinth designed by mischievous gnomes? Striking the balance between immense power and effortless control is an art form in itself. And I must say Dzine AI walks that tightrope with admirable grace, generating characters and character sheets, inserting them into new scenes. The workflow feels logical and intuitive. For usability, 5 stars. Speed. In this accelerated age, does Dzine AI operate at the speed of thought or the speed of dial-up? Let's break it down. Generating those crucial character sheets and images in general, breezy 15 to 20 seconds each. Excellent. Training a brand new consistent character, however, requires a moment of quiet contemplation, averaging about 30 minutes. In my opinion, the consistency delivered is worth the investment. For speed, I'm giving 4 stars, which brings my grand total for Dzine AI characters consistency features to a rather stellar 4.8 out of 5 stars. Nearly perfect, and frankly, leading the pack in this crucial domain. Friends, mastering these tools and staying ahead of the curve in this electrifying field is an ongoing expedition. To ensure you don't miss out on my next adventure, do yourself the distinct favor of clicking the subscribe button and perhaps ringing that notification bell. Consider it your VIP pass to the future of AI artistry. As I mentioned earlier, I dove into Dzine AI's core text-to-image capabilities and its simpler yet still very relevant face match feature. Understanding how Dzine AI interprets prompts and recognizes faces first makes everything we discussed today infinitely more powerful. If you missed that essential briefing, consider it required viewing. Your homework assigned by yours truly to unlock the full potential that we've covered today. Now go forth and be creative.